In the year 1692, the town of Salem, Massachusetts was gripped by a fear so profound it would forever mark its history. It was a time when whispers of witchcraft echoed through the streets, when neighbor turned against neighbor in a frenzy of suspicion and dread. This was the era of the Salem witch trials, a chapter of American history steeped in paranoia, persecution, and supernatural folklore. At the heart of this terror was a young girl named Abigail Williams. Abigail Williams, a mere child of 12, began pointing fingers, accusing townsfolk of witchcraft. With an eerie conviction, she spun tales of specters and curses, casting a dark cloud over the quaint town of Salem in 1692. Her words, laced with fear and uncertainty, spread like wildfire, igniting a wave of panic among the townspeople. This was no innocent child's play. Each accusation was a calculated strike, a chess piece moved with precision on the board of hysteria she was orchestrating. One by one, the accused were dragged away, their pleas of innocence drowned out by the clamor of suspicion and fear. Trials were held, a mockery of justice. The innocent were condemned, their lives claimed by a noose or the crushing weight of stones. The town was held captive by the dread of the unknown, the horror of the spectral threats Abigail had woven into their reality. But beneath the innocent facade, a darker plot was unfolding. Stories whispered of Abigail's unholy alliance, a pact with the dark forces that granted her power. In the heart of Salem, in the year of our Lord, 1692, a chilling narrative unfolded. Abigail Williams, a mere child in the eyes of society, was said to have made a deal with the devil himself. Her newfound abilities, tainted with the stench of brimstone and deceit, were no child's play. They were tools of manipulation, instruments of fear that she wielded with a master's precision. She played the puppeteer, pulling the strings of the townsfolk, swaying the trials to her whim. Fear danced in their eyes as they watched their loved ones condemned, their lives snuffed out like candles in the wind. And all the while, Abigail reveled in her power, her control, her victory. But every action has a consequence, and soon the spirits of the condemned would rise. As the gallows claimed their victims, a spectral vengeance began to stir. The once bustling town of Salem fell under a chilling shroud of dread. Shadows danced eerily in the corners of every room, whispers echoed through the empty streets, and the air itself seemed to shiver with an otherworldly cold. Abigail Williams, once the puppeteer of this grand illusion, now found herself the puppet. Haunted by the faces of those she'd wrongfully condemned, her nights were filled with nightmares, her days with visions. The innocent, their lives cut short by her deceit, were not silenced in death. Instead, they cried out for justice from beyond the grave. Her once sharp mind, the weapon she'd wielded so cruelly, began to unravel. The lines between reality and the spectral realm blurred. Every creak of her home, every gust of wind, seemed to carry the accusing whispers of the condemned. In the end, Abigail, too, would face a trial, not of this world, but of the spectral realm. Confronted by the vengeful spirits, Abigail was found guilty and a curse was placed upon her, a curse of eternal torment. The spectral courtroom was filled with a chilling silence as the spirits of the condemned passed their judgment. A spectral gavel fell, sealing her fate. Abigail, once a puppet master, was now a puppet herself, ensnared by the strings of the very curse she had brought into existence. With ghastly chains of guilt and retribution binding her, she was condemned to an eternity of torment, locked in endless combat with the specters of her own making. As the centuries rolled on, the tale of Abigail Williams, the mastermind behind the Salem witch trials, was buried under layers of time and dust. But her curse lived on, a malevolent echo vibrating through the ages. Fast forward to the present day, where historians and paranormal investigators, driven by curiosity and a thirst for knowledge, dig into the forgotten chapters of history. They stumble upon Abigail's story, a chilling tale of manipulation, power, and retribution. Unbeknownst to them, they've disturbed a sleeping beast. As they delve deeper into the annals of history, they inadvertently awaken the curse. The spectral chains that bind Abigail reach out, ensnaring those who dare to uncover her story. Supernatural phenomena begin to plague them as they too become entangled in the web of the eternal curse. Remember, Abigail's curse continues to haunt those who dare to uncover her story, a chilling reminder of the Salem witch trials' enduring echo.